Hi, my name is Merce. I'm a classical guitar player, and today I want to talk to you about maybe one of the most important things to remember when you practice right hand technique. So we all know that playing guitar we have two complete different actions, this hand moving in a very different way than the right hand. And it's a fact that here there are many things happening. There are lateral jumps, there are horizontal jumps, there are stretches, there are bar chords. So many things are happening. And that causes that most of the time we disregard what's happening with the right hand. So it doesn't matter if you're a beginner or you're advanced, you can always polish and refine your playing or start from zero and build up a very solid and nice technique that will allow you to go very far. So the most important things to learn here is first, the most efficient movement for the right hand, and second, in which parts of this movement do we relax and which parts we apply force. So in this video, I assume that you already have a good position for the right hand, that you are above the strings, you're comfortably set with the arm in the right place, not the wrist being too high or not too low, and your fingers are not touching the wood such as like this or anything like that. I want you to put the thumb on the fourth string as a reference for not having the hand like awkwardly open, and the other fingers sitting on the third, second and first string respectively. For sake of easiness for you, we're going to be using only the free stroke or tirando, so without resting on the next string. So once we have this position, the most important thing is to understand how is the movement of the right hand. So I've seen very often with students that we pluck somewhere like this. So as you can see, this part of the finger is lifting up. And what is happening here, you're pulling literally the string from underneath up. The first problem that we see with this type of pluck is that we are engaging only the last part of the finger, and secondly, the tone production is very poor. And the third problem with this is that your nail gets stuck under the string, which creates a very uneven pluck when you try to lift the finger up. So this results with a complete unsynchronization with the left hand. So that's not a good place to start. So the correct way of playing is engaging the hand as if you were doing a fist. All the power also comes from the forearm, which will give you a lot more volume for a lot less energy. You have a lot more power like this than you have with a single finger. And when you try to do like a lot of force with the top of your finger, you're immediately tensing every other finger, which becomes like a claw like this. And that's the worst thing you can do for playing. So as you see here, the difference from before, plugging up, this part of the finger goes up. Now it goes into the hand, okay? Like this, for every finger. So the wrong one is like this, the correct one is inside. So you have to apply pressure on the string and then close it to the palm of your hand. You can easily use the weight of your hand to apply this pressure, so you literally are not making any force. You're not going like this, but you're just letting the weight of your hand just apply this pressure. And the last finger inside, and the wrong one like this. So as a little tip, you can put something like a mirror, or you can just use the camera of your telephone to see which type of stroke you actually have. So now we learn the proper way to move the fingers and the action that is going to maximize your effort and your sound. Now the second step is obviously finding a place on where to relax. As Fernando Sor already said back in his time, the hand, when it's naturally relaxed, is something like this. It has a natural curvature, right? Like this, I have to extend my fingers and make force for this, and this also making force to keep my fist closed. But when I relax the hand, it happens something like this. Now, so when we play, we should aim to have this point of relaxation right here on the strings. So now it comes the important part here. If I have my fingers relaxed and I just pull one finger into the palm of the hand and then I release, it springs back to the original position without me doing any single effort. See that? I invite you to try yourself, just relax fingers pull and see how they come back. Now, we should be applying this on guitar, because like this we only have to make one action of pressing and the other one is a natural one. So if I'm playing here, I'll show you that this is incorrect because I'm using strength to keep the finger down here, like into the palm of my hand. If I relax the finger, see that? It comes immediately back. So this is incorrect, so we should be aiming for this. We play and the finger relaxes back immediately. You will see in the beginning feels weird because we are really not used to be aware on when we relax the fingers. So please go ahead and place all the fingers down, thumb on the 4th and then 3, 4, 1 respectively, and play the index finger and make sure it bounces back. And the quickest it bounces back, the more efficient you are in relaxing the finger. So it can be that in the beginning you play and you have to somehow make a mental effort to tell the finger, go back and relax. That is totally fine. Just practice a little and make sure that every time you get this feeling a little bit quicker. So that at some point you will see that it's like, I tend to feel it like an electricity shot. Just you play and you just completely leave the hand dead. Aim for the point of relaxation where your finger can even bend a little. It doesn't really matter how much the first part of your finger can actually bend, but make sure that it's relaxed enough so that when you play, it just goes through the string like that. So you play and you relax. Play as many repetitions as you can until you get the point, and make it come back just that you are above the strings. At this point, doesn't matter if you are back onto the string or not, just focus as a first step to just make it bounce back, to make sure that you are not putting more tension to try to aim for the string. Once you have this under control, then you can use the preparation. That would be coming back to the string. But that's a whole nother story. So for practicing the relaxation for the right hand, just make sure that your finger bounces back and there is zero tension on your hand. Then try the same thing for the middle finger. Make it bounce back as quickly as you can and let it in the neutral position. If you feel any tension, just shake it off and try again. Place your hand here. Of course, make sure that your thumb is not somewhere inside the hand, somewhere that is like a natural position where you would close the hand. So in the old school, they try to put the thumb like a lot like this. I find it really unnatural and not very anatomically correct. So just have the thumb where you would close naturally the fist. So you are sure nothing gets forced, nothing gets stressed. That is a perfect exercise to start your practice because it sets your tone, it sets your relaxation, it warms up your hand. You don't need to play crazy difficult exercises to warm up your hand. It's sometimes more about the mental control that will help you warm up. We can then do exactly the same thing with the ring finger until you get to the feeling that it springs back quickly. If the fingers do not bounce back, it's because right now you're used to play with a lot more tension. What we learned with this is that when your finger comes back, it spends more time relaxed rather than in tension using energy. If you do this for a while, just keep it as a starting warm-up routine for the next 3 months at least, you will start to embed this technique into your playing, and that will make your playing a lot smoother and a lot easier. Surely for passages that engage a lot of right hand. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. It helps me a lot to keep making this kind of videos, and feel free to subscribe for more content in the future. So thank you very much for watching and keep practicing.